What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and today I'm bringing you week 4 of the PPL Division 2. After coming off a pretty big win last week, we've shot up on the league table and stuff, but we are facing Kelly, aka Under the Radar, and the Maryland Torterrapins, who have a fat team. Just quickly, if you don't know what the PPL is a draft-based Pokemon League where you draft a team of Mons at the start of the season and then play each person consecutively. The person has the most wins at the end of the season is champion, etc. And I'm in Division 2, which means if we win, we get moved up to Division 1. Quick shout out to all the people you see on the screen there. Imperator Tapir, I'm sorry, I still really can't pronounce your name. Imperator Tapir, I hope. Berkeley 93 and Electric Storm 252, or Better Jack, or whatever you want to call him, for their help in my team building. Had a couple of practice matches, and I think Jack just looked over my team at the end and went, yeah, it looks solid. Thanks to all those guys for their help this week. Without further ado, I'm going to move into my team and stuff, but all of Kelly's links will be down in the description, all the PPL links will be down in the description, so go check those out if you want to see either of those. I did actually do a session with Kelly quite a while ago, a showdown session involving a Marill, which is pretty fun. He's one of my closest friends in the PPL, probably. He's a very, very competent battler, so I'm pretty scared this week, which I feel like there are no easy matches in this league. God. Anyway, season progress so far. As I said, we did shoot up in the league table, mostly through differential. Winning a big 5-0 helped a lot. A few other teams lost, which helped put us up there, but Troy and the Lycombe Wanderers sit on top, undefeated. We were close to being there, but alas. Kiram, even though I didn't bring it last week, is still sitting third in the MVP race, which is ridiculous. And weirdly enough, Gliscore actually picked up 7-0. It did actually die in a match, but then there was a forfeit, and so it didn't count, and stuff happened. Anyway, Kiram's still doing solidly in the MVP race. We're still quite high on the ladder, but if you look at it, you see that 2nd to 7th are all 2-1 at the moment, and a lot of the teams 8 to 12th are still actually really, really close behind as well. So we can't afford to just drop a game here, particularly if it's like a 3-0. We could drop right down into the depths of the ladder again. You know, I could see us being 10th. I don't think we can be lower than 10th, but we could be 10th by the end of this round, which would just be bad. Actually, I don't think we can. Yeah, okay, we can't be 10th. We could be 9th. But in any case, we need to just get on and win a couple of games. So Kelly's team, as I said, was very, very fat. And it is Mega Houndoom, Clefable, Jirachi, Milotic, Crobat, Virizion, Goodra, Sandslash, and Garbodor. He did originally have Mew and Magneton instead of Houndoom and Garbodor. I think that was all he dropped. He decided to pick those things up because he wanted Toxic Spikes and he wanted not Mew. I don't know why he hated Mew. So yeah, Mega Houndoom is spooky, is very, very spooky. If it gets Sun Up, I might just lose, like, straight away. Sandslash can actually do a lot to my team because it gets Edgequake, which people have noticed kind of destroys my team, and it gets X-Sizzle, which destroys Celebi, which is what I got to deal with Edgequake. So yeah, that's not great. I don't see him bringing Garbodor or Virizion, because I have a lot of things to deal with Virizion. I have Togekiss, which kind of stops it completely. I have Mega Sableye, which it can't do too much to. I have Kyurem. I have a lot of things to hit it really, really hard, like Kyurem, Darmanitan, Togekiss, Nidoqueen. How did I forget about Nidoqueen? All of those things can just destroy Virizion, so I don't see him bring that. And Garbodor, given its main reason is to hazard stack, like that's its main purpose, and I have a Mega Sableye, and Toxic Spikes don't really do too much to my team, and I have a Nidoqueen which can get rid of them anyway. Like, there's just a lot of reasons for him not to bring Garbodor. If he does bring it, I can just switch into Sableye. Like, even if it's max attack banded, it can't really do much to me. So yeah, so I don't see him bring those two. Any of the other 7 I think are possible, but you know, preparing for 7 months is a lot easier than preparing for 9, even though it is a very hard team to prep for. So first mon I am bringing is Nidoqueen. Fully offensive, max special attack, modest life form Nidoqueen. Basically here to just nuke things. Like, his team is really, really hard to break through, so I brought the first 2 mons I'm going to show you are just nukes, which he doesn't have a great switch in for. Like, he can switch into a particular move, but then because I'm life orb, I can just change it up. His speed tiers of his team are really interesting. He has base 81 is my logic, and a bunch of things underneath that, like Goodra, Clefable, Sandslash, etc. And then nothing up to base 100. So there are a lot of mons on my team which sit right in the middle there, like Darmanitan, Kyurem, Nidoqueen with speed investment, which is what I'm running the speed for, is so I can outspeed a uninvested Milotic. I've even put a little bit extra, just in case he puts like the extra 4 EVs into speed, or even, I think I put another 8 on top of him putting 12, if that makes sense. So I've sped crept a little bit over, because I really don't want to get outsped by Milotic. Basically, nothing on his team can Oko Nidoqueen other than like a banded Jirachi, and I don't see him being banded Jirachi because it locks off into Zen Headbutt. I have a free switch into Sableye, which isn't great for his team. I also have lots of things that could then potentially outspeed it and kill it, so I kind of see him bringing Scarfrachi instead, which means that this thing can take a hit. It can take a banded Brave Bird from Crobat, it can take a Fire Blast from Houndoom, it can't take an Earthquake from Sandslash, which is the only problem, but hopefully I should be able to outspeed it. And basically, with its moves, it can Oko or 2-hit KO everything on Kelly's team. So, Mega Houndoom, Earth Power. Jirachi, Earth Power. Clefable, Sludge Wave. Milotic, Thunderbolt, 2-hit KOs. Goodra, Ice Punch, 2-hit KOs. That's why I'm carrying Ice Punch over Ice Beam. Is even modest Ice Punch 2-hit KOs. Goodra and Ice Beam does not, particularly if he's AV, so yeah. What was I up to? Virizion, I don't see him bringing it, and Sludge Wave Okos. Sandslash, Earth Power Okos, which is fantastic. Garbodor, Earth Power Okos. I think I'm forgetting something, but basically you get the idea that the coverage is really, really good against his team, and it just hits so hard. And I have all that HP investment allows me to live a hit from something and basically get a kill. As long as I don't let him set up with anything, I basically am guaranteed to kill with Nidoqueen, even if it brings me down to low health, which is great, because I should outspeed Goodra and I should outspeed Milotic. Now the next one I bring is very, very similar vein, is Darmanitan. Adamant, Choice Banded, Darmanitan. I have other moves on there, I have not clicked a single one of them once in any practice matches, just click Flare Blitz, everything dies. Milotic, 2-hit KO'd after Stealth Rocks. Fully physically defensive Milotic gets 2-hit KO'd by this thing. That is stupid. Like, I don't need coverage moves, I just click Flare Blitz and he switches in something and it dies. Because if he switches in Milotic or Goodra or Sandslash or Clefable, anything that can take a Flare Blitz, I outspeed, I kill it. The only situation where I won't click Flare Blitz is if he brings Garbodor, in which case I'll probably go for Rock Slide or Earthquake depending on the situation. Because, obviously, Garbodor can be most often run as Rocky Helmet with Aftermath, and I don't want to be taking all that recoil if I do go for Flare Blitz, so I will probably just go for EQ, not take the Rocky Helmet damage, not take the recoil, then switch out and click Flare Blitz on stuff later. That's what Darmanitan does. Something will die, I will die to recoil, but I will kill everything in its path. Anything it outspeeds, it dies. The speed investment, I think I was a bit more, instead of just speed creeping, min speed a bunch of things, because he might not bring really slow Goodra, for example. I think that's enough speed to outspeed timid Goodra. So, because the HP investment would be nice, but it's not so necessary on Darmanitan, I basically just, like, the recoil doesn't particularly bother me. Even after rocks, I get 2 guaranteed hits off, basically. So that's Darmanitan's job. Next mon I bring completes our offensive core, if my mouse would work, there we go, which is Celebi. First time I'm bringing Celebi, it's debut for the season. We did pick it up in the transfer window in week 2 and then not bring it week 3. But against Kelly's team, it has a much nicer matchup. I'm bringing Choice Scarf, max special attack, max speed, timid Celebi. Because if he does bring Scarfrachi, if he brings Adamant Scarfrachi, I will outspeed it. If he brings Timid, it's a speed tie, and he can't do as much to me. Obviously, it can Iron Head flinch me to death, but he needs to get multiple Iron Head flinches, and so I'm hoping in the game of rolls of me winning a speed tie and him not getting the 60% chance to flinch, I will get an Earth Power off and kill it. It will also outspeed Mega Houndoom, Earth Power Okos, it will outspeed Banded Crobat, which is what I'm expecting him to bring because it's spooky. Adamant Choice Banded Crobat can outspeed everything on my team and does a lot of damage with Brave Bird, so that's what I'm expecting with that. So Psychic is there for that thing. Energy Ball is to hit my Melodic. I do need to potentially be careful of Mirror Coat, which is the one thing that made me consider Thunder Punch, and maybe going fully physical on Nidoqueen, and also maybe consider Seed Bomb on Celebi, but decided that I can't have Earth Power and a Max Attack Seed Bomb to hit both Milotic and Jirachi and Mega Houndoom, so I kind of need that Earth Power there. Last move is Healing Wish, because the last two ones I talked about, absolute nukes, but can also, Nidoqueen will probably need to take a big hit from something and then kill it, and Diamantang gets one down really quick with Flare Blitz. If either of those could potentially be my win condition late game, I can bring in this thing, get off a Choice Scarfed Healing Wish, and bring them all the way back up. Also, if they get paralyzed or burned or whatever, I can basically heal them all the way back up. What's more likely, though, is I'm going to need to heal up a wall that's specifically designed to take on one of his mons. Because the idea of this team is basically bring in the first three mons I've talked about so far, force him to sack something, and then use the rest of my team, because I can't outwall his walls. But I can break his walls and then outwall the rest of his team, and that's kind of my plan. So the next three mons are things I'm going to use to try and wall his team. And the first one of those is, as expected, Mega Sableye. It's my dedicated wall for most things, let's be honest. It's great at what it does. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love having this thing. It can take any two hits that aren't a Fire Blast, so it can take like a Heat Wave or a Flamethrower or a Dark Pulse or a Solar Beam or whatever from Mega Houndoom, as long as it's not in the sun. And Rock Tomb does not too much, about 30%, but the speed lowering is nice. I also have Sucker Punch for a little bit of priority. It also takes on Sand Slash really, really well, and Foul Play does a good amount to Sand Slash, as does Sucker Punch. It also deals well with Jirachi, particularly if it's scarfed into Zen Headbutt, then I can bring in this thing for Foul Play, get some good damage on something. Not bring Will-O-Wisp because he has a potential Flash Fire Houndoom, he has a Milotic, neither of which I want to burn, he has a Clefable, which is probably going to be Magic Guard, so I can't burn it anyway. So I didn't really see the point in bringing Will-O-Wisp, decided to go with Foul Play, Sucker Punch, and Rock Tomb, because Sucker Punch, with my investment, does over half to Jirachi. So if I see that it hits yellow health, I can bring this thing in on it, even if it's going for like Play Rough or Moonblast and Sucker Punch, and take it out. So priority is always nice, let's be honest. Foul Play plus Sucker Punch will take out a Crobat if it hits me with a Brave Bird, which is fantastic. Yeah, Sableye is here to kind of wall things, recover because I need it healthy. Not too much to say about it. Magic Bounce is obviously nice to keep rocks and stuff away, and it just completely stops Garbodor. Not that I'm expecting you to bring that. Next mon is Cobalion with an Ockerberry, because I need to beat Mega Houndoom. It's a big, big problem for my team. If he gets Sun Up, if I let him get Sun Up, I'm screwed. Like, I have to keep Scar Celebi around to take it on at that point, because it OHKOs everything else on my team. And Celebi can take a Sucker Punch. So Ockerberry is there. If he doesn't have Sun Up and he goes for Fire Blast, Ockerberry halves the damage, does just over half with my investment, and Close Combat just OHKOs it, which is fantastic. I also have Taunt and Stealth Rock to try and wear down his walls a little bit more, and obviously Taunt to stop things like Milotic and Clefable from recovering or setting up on me. And then Iron Head for Clefable does a solid amount of damage, so if I can Taunt, Iron Head, Iron Head, Iron Head is gone. So, not much to talk about there. I wouldn't say it's a standard set. It's very, very similar to the role I had Nidoqueen in last week, which is get rocks up, bait a hit, and kill the biggest threat on his team, which is Mega Houndoom. Last one I have is something else which sort of can deal with Mega Houndoom, except not really, because he gets Solar Beam, and that is Lantern. Lantern is one of the few mons which I have brought. Actually, I've brought quite a few mons every game, but Lantern is, like, it would cost me 4 mil, and it's been so great so far, and I'm really hoping it can do work again this week, because I'm bringing Shuckerberry, physically defensive, Water Absorb Lantern. It can 1v1 the Milotic with Rest, because I can't, if I get Toxic, I just heal all the way back up. It takes very little damage from Jirachi, because Iron Head is quad resisted, and, Zen Headbutt does a decent amount, but like I said, if he goes to Zen Headbutt and locks himself into it, I have Sableye, so hopefully I can keep that around. main thing this is for Banded Crobat, because Brave Bird does not too much cross poison, does I think a max of like 45%, so that's why I'm running Rest Talk. I didn't want Scald. I did look at Discharge, and again I don't want Discharge because Milotic. I potentially will be needing to stall that thing out, and so if I get the Burn or the Para, like the Burn would obviously be nice for helping Lantern stall it out, but then if he's burned, Diamantane can't 2-hit KO it. Look, that's really the only thing, but I don't really want to give it the defense boost in case it comes down to beating it with Sableye or Diamantane or something like that. I just don't want to have to worry about it. Volt Switch is for initiative, also does a lot of damage to Crobat, a little bit to Milotic. The IVs I have 0 attack because it's a special attacker. That's kind of something I always do. But I've actually lowered its speed IVs to the point where it will guaranteed outslow a Milotic. Now this might seem a little bit esoteric, and it probably is, but he could potentially bring a slower Milotic to try and outslow this thing, so I can Volt Switch on it because it does not very much to a Milotic anyway, and then you can fire off a Scald afterwards and get a burn on something, or you can Toxic something on the switch, that kind of stuff. So I don't want to have to worry about that. I can take a Scald with my Lantern, get my health up, and then Volt Switch out. Also, if he decides to go for Mirror Coat as I go for Volt Switch, which you might be expecting a more offensive one, it might do like 30-40% because of the huge amount of HP Milotic has, Mirror Coat would then basically destroy something. But because I know I'll be slower, if I Volt Switch first, I can go into Sableye, because he's either going to go for Dragon Tail, which doesn't do much, or Mirror Coat, which I'm immune to. And then pivot back into this thing, wear it down, that way, stall it out of Mirror Coats, whatever. But the thing is, I don't want to let something die to Mirror Coat if I Volt Switch with a Lantern, because that would be stupid. So that's why I'm running ridiculously esoteric IVs. Sugar Berry is obviously there to take an Earthquake from Sand Slash if I need it to, and then hit back really hard with a Surf. I did look at running Hydro Pump, because Surf is only a chance to OHKO Sand Slash, whereas Hydro Pump is a guaranteed OHKO. Same thing against Mega Houndoom. I think Surf isn't a guaranteed OHKO, and Surf isn't an OHKO at all, and Hydro Pump is a good chance to, like 90-ish%. But I really don't want to risk the miss. If I miss Hydro Pumps in clutch situations, like he goes for Earthquake, and I eat my Sugar Berry, I would rather just have Surf and get a really good chunk of damage off, rather than get no damage off because missing a Hydro Pump. So that is Lantern for this week. Now, the match will be going up on Wednesday, as per usual, Wednesday 7th of October. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you go watch the battle, because that's kind of the more important part of all this, and I will see you in my next upload.